Hey guys, Sebastian here from Wild Grace Vintage. Welcome to our gallery. In today's video, we'll be talking about a limited edition Murphy Lab ES-335 run that is being released to commemorate the 130th anniversary of Gibson. So yeah, it's a big number to accomplish. And well, the custom shop has released this series of 1958 reissues that are very, very special. These are no ordinary 335s. In my humble opinion, these are some of the best ES-335s that Gibson has ever released. I think they're just as good as the real deal, you know, as good as the originals. And comparatively, I feel like in a way they might be even better. These are brand new guitars that might not come with the same issues that some of those older guitars might have. And of course, the price tag is not near as much as some of those originals. So yeah, I'm very excited, as you can see, to talk about these guitars. Let's go ahead and dive in and talk about this series. So there's three different models. You have the Tobacco Sunburst, you also have the Tri-Burst and the Dirty Blonde, and there's 130 for each one of those colors to commemorate that date. These come straight out of the Murphy Lab and they range from heavy relics all the way to just the regular relic level that Gibson offers. The case of this one, as you can see here, is, you know, heavy aged and it looks really, really realistic. Everything about this guitar is just as authentic as you can really get. And as far as like the specs compared to a real 58 ES-335, it just can't get more accurate than this right here. So the first thing that catches my attention is that the neck doesn't have binding. This is something that only happened in 58. Another thing that I feel that is very accurate is the neck profile. This is a big neck, definitely not for the faint-hearted. So if you like big necks, you're gonna find this very, very comfortable. I find that it's one of those guitars that when you first grab it, feels a little odd because the neck is so big, but as soon as you start playing it, you realize that it's just very, very comfortable. And it's just a really good sounding instrument overall. These custom buckers just sound just like PAFs. The way the controls react, they feel like one of the old ones where you get all this wide range of sounds. Everything about it is just spot on. You know, also you find the long guard that, you know, is typical for 58. And many other things that make it feel like a real vintage guitar. And the cherry on top, of course, is that this is a Murphy Lab model, so it comes with a little bit of age. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw these hanging on the wall, I thought these were vintage, you know? The look of it too is just so authentic in a way. So yeah, I love these guitars. As you can tell, I'm very excited. I feel like Gibson is just making guitars that are closer and closer to the ones that they produced during their golden era. So every time I feel like these instruments become a little bit more accessible, I would say, compared to the originals. And I'm not saying that, you know, the ticket is low by any means. These are, you know, high quality instruments that fetch high prices, but you also gotta think that these are the top shelf items that Gibson is currently making. You know, like if you wanna buy a 335 in 2024, it's just not gonna get much better than this. So yeah, I couldn't recommend these guitars enough. They're fantastic. If you get a chance to try them out, give them a go. They're definitely gonna surprise you. The amp that we're using for this demo is the Fender 57 Tweed Deluxe reissue. That is just a monster. Although it's a very small amp, it packs so much power. It has tons of volume and the dirt is just amazing. It pairs beautifully with these guitars. We'll be diming it to get some natural overdrive, and any range of cleans to edge of breakup sounds we'll be getting by riding the volume control. So yeah, let's go ahead and play a bit more. So what you heard right now is the Dirty Blonde model, and it's pretty much identical to the other guitar that we just tried, the Tobacco Sunburst, with the exception that this one, well, is natural or blonde. And what they mean by Dirty Blonde is that this is not just like a natural colored wood. It actually has like a yellowy tint to it that goes along really well with the heavy relic that the guitar has. Pretty much, I think it emulates a guitar that spent many years at a bar with a lot of smoke and grime, and you kind of like, you know, you can tell that that's like the intention behind it. It looks really cool. Again, it's very similar to the one that we just played. It has this massive neck with the you know, the quacky sound that we just talked about. I would say something that I've noticed between all of these guitars is a lot of consistency. All of them are on point and very similar to one another. We also got a tri-burst model. As you can see, this one has a 3-tone sunburst as opposed to the Tobacco, which is a 2-tone. This is brown going into red, then fading into yellow. And yeah, as far as like the aging level, it's not as heavy aged as the other ones. This is a lot more lighter. I think this is a standard age version that the Murphy Lab offers. And it still looks really cool. You have tons of check in here, but it's a lot more subtle. You can tell that the guitar is not as beat up. Again, super consistent, very similar to the guitars. I would say this one perhaps has a slightly different sound, just a little bit more open, a little bit more clarity, not as like nasally, which, you know, could be a good or a bad thing depending on what you like personally. I find they're very unique and really cool sounding. Other than that, again, it's just very similar to the other guitars. I hope you enjoyed this video. video. If you want to pick up any of this gear, the links are down below in the description. Head over to wildgracevintage.com to know more about us. We have cards, guitars, coffee, watches, and a lot more on our website, so definitely something you don't want to miss out on. If you guys want to support this channel, give us a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and follow us on Instagram at @wildgracevintage for more content like this. My name is Sebastian. Till next time.